Frida here, talking about mental health rest. And well, I like this topic because most of us don't know when to hit the pause button. We don't know when to say stop to ourselves. Yet we can easily point out when other people are having challenges. How do you know you need it's time for a break? It's time for that mental health rest. Fogginess. When we are saying, "Oh, I have mental fog," I have brain fog. You're saying that you're feeling overwhelmed. There's a bit of a feeling of that you're not clear. Your head is not clear. So that is a sign of you need a break. You need a pause. You need to hit that pause button. Sometimes it will be your moods that they're all over the place. You're very much on edge. You're irritable. Okay, that tells you something is up. You need to take a pause and just examine yourself, and maybe what you may be needing is actually that rest. Sometimes it will be you cannot remember things that you're supposed to be remembering. It will be a name, you know this thing, you know this person, but the name is just completely gone. So that's a time for you to just slow down a bit and just check on yourself. See, do I need to take a break? Do I need to stop for a minute and just get to rest, even if not to do anything else? And sometimes it will be your sleep. You've been sleeping for more than 8 hours, but 9 hours, and you wake up feeling like you are carrying the weight of the world the entire night. You're still tired. That tells you that is your body saying something is up. Something is up. You need to check on yourself. So then, now that you know all these are signs, even just feeling tired, feeling, tired, physically, that your body just feels tired and you really cannot put a finger on what it is you've been doing. Now that you know all this, is our body saying, our mind saying, our brain saying that it's time to take a pause, it's time to take a break, then how do we take these breaks? It is very easy to assume a lot of things as we go through life. First, our digital dependency on phones, on mobile, on whether tablets, whether the laptops, our desktops. We move from the desktop or your laptop all through the day. The next thing you are in a matatu, you're on your phone. When you get home, you're on the TV. When you're going home or to bed after the TV, you're on your phone again, watching TikToks and doing whatever it is else you're doing on your phone. Even Bible reading or whether you're reading the Quran, you have to do it on the phone or the laptop. So you're constantly in front of a screen from the minute you wake up to the minute you close your eyes. And even most of us, when we cannot sleep, you go back and pick that phone again. We need to rest from screens. And this means if it's maybe doing some spiritual reading, how about taking that book, that Bible, that Quran, and reading it physically? How about reading an actual physical textbook instead of rushing to the ebook? How about sometimes just taking a newspaper instead of going to the e-newspaper? Take a physical copy of a newspaper and have a read at whatever it is that you wanted to read. What we're saying is that we need a break from the digital space. We need a break from screens, which we are struggling to do because in front of us, even in matatus, I see there are screens all over. You need to be able to tell yourself it's time to break from screens, and it is going home, putting your phone down for 5 minutes, having timeouts from screens, whether for yourself or for your family, where you say after 9, no more phones, no more TVs. It is time to engage. If it's nighttime or if it's a Sunday lunch, put away the phones, engage socially, be in touch, have conversations that do not involve TikToks and taking videos. Take time off from those screens. Secondly, I would like to be intentional, pointing out that being intentional about your time of your mental health rest. That means once in a day, or finding gaps in between your day where you're able to rest, just rest from everything that you're doing. 10 minutes maybe after your lunch break or during your lunch break. Take that nap if you so need it, if you are feeling a bit overwhelmed. Take that 10-minute nap. They say it recharges you, almost gives you renewed energy. Okay. When you feel overwhelmed by work, take a walk, 5 minutes walk, whether up the stairs or down the stairs or around the office, just to refresh your brain and to just re-energize and recharge yourself. Taking breaks, scheduling breaks intentionally for your rest, for your mental rest. At home, when you get home, disconnect from work, and then disconnecting from work will look like 5 minutes of just sitting with yourself in your space, whether that be your bedroom or a safe space for you where you're able to decompress and figure out what your day was and remind yourself that you're home, that it's a different face, a different place, a different people with a different role all together, so that you're able to disconnect yourself from where you have been to where you are now. Bring yourself intentionally to that moment so that you can get the utmost of whatever interactions or whatever activity you're going to do at that particular time. I am one who is constantly telling my clients, when you eat, even when you're having that cup of tea, savor that moment. Stay away from your phone. Stay away from, Googling and, making that time to be checking on things that you forgot to check on during work hours. Sit with your food, enjoy, taste, smell, feel the flavors in your mouth, feel the textures, just enjoy, just indulge. Indulge in activities, whether eating, whether having a conversation, indulge completely. That also takes you away from things that have been running, racing through your mind through the day. Something else is, having spaces that are a safe space. I don't know, do you have a safe space for yourself? Do you have a place where you can retreat to at the end of the day and say, yes, when you get there, you just get that feeling of calmness. You get that feeling of, now I'm in a good space. I'm relaxed. Do we all have that? Create that space for yourself. It is very important for all of us that when you are away from the workplace with all its demands, from the public eye, you're able to retreat to this space whether that gives you a peaceful feeling, a calming feeling. It's a place just for you to find yourself. That's a good place to do meditations, and we shall be talking about meditations in our next talk.